To the channel. I hope you like my hand. Now, I hope you're doing well. As you can probably tell, I'm going to check we are live, but I can keep talking until I get confirmation that we are live. Excuse also, we're in the middle of a storm, so two things might happen. You might hear the thunder. My dog might jump up because I right here actually. It's okay. It's okay. Good boy. He doesn't like fireworks. He doesn't like loud noises, unfortunately. So we've come up in the safety of my games room. And I'm just going to check we're live. You're fine down there, aren't you, boy? Right, let's have a look. So we've come up in the safety. There we are live. No, you know the rules. No swearing. I will tell your mum. I know your mum. I know your mum very well. Saturday night, I'm going to see your mum anyway. So I will be telling her. If there's any misbehaving or any swearing, I will be telling her. Okay? We get on very well, me and your mum. Okay, all of your mums, that is. Okay, so, game pickups. Check out my new hat as well. My new Wayne's World hat. Wanted one of these for Donkey Kong years. I know, I look cool as F, don't I? Yeah, I got some good stuff to show you guys today. I've got two online orders. We'll do them first. I went to my local CEX. So shout out my local CEX. And then we went to Retro Stash. Shout out Retro Stash in Port Talbot. The reason we went was for the particular game, okay? I'll tell you that story first then, okay? The reason we went today, right, is it's an unusual one as well, was my Holiest of Grails, quite an unusual game, okay? My Holiest of Grails, at the moment, that I haven't already got in my collection, that deserves to be in my collection, right? I've been waiting and playing the waiting game. I was this close today. Is Mortal Kombat 4 for the N64, okay? And my local, so Retro Stash, my local retro game store, they put a post on in the week. We've just had some new stuff in, and it was minty like your mum. Oh, can you hear that? The storm is coming. Yeah, so they had a minty like your mum copy of that. They had Killer Instinct on the N64. I was tempted to get that again. I got it, but I've got like a repro. It's not official case. So, yeah, that. I went with my imaginary friend Chris. Shout out my imaginary friend Chris. He saw the same picture, was Robocop on the Game Boy. They had Street Fighter 2 on the Game Boy. And they're all traded in by the same seller. And he'd looked after these things, okay. And we went in. Couldn't see them. God damn it, he sold them. But then me, I got a radar, special radar. I spotted behind the till. Spotted them. I could tell. I spotted Killer Instinct because I remember it's the first N64 game I ever had. I remember the end picture, the green picture. That's Killer Instinct. So I thought, two above it. Mortal Kombat 4 for the N64. And it looked beautiful. Okay, guys? So Chris went first. And then we spotted Robocop for the Game Boy. So Chris said, oh, I'll ask him now. So he went up and we pay in for our stuff. Chris said, oh, is that, can I have a look at Robocop there? Oh, it's not for sale yet. He said, I was like, oh, fuck, really? He hasn't priced them. He's had them there for about a week. But what he's doing is inside, you know the cardboard inlay? He's not selling them because he wants to maximise his profits. Oh, so they had Mortal Kombat 4 for the N64, like, in front of me, mint like your mum. But it didn't have that cardboard inlay. I'm not really bothered about that. Oh, I can buy that separately. But he wasn't selling. So it was like, ah, oh, for fuck's sake. So I have to play the waiting game again. I'm not going to hassle him. And I don't want him build it up to it. He'll find me when it's ready to come home with me. But that was the reason we wanted to go game hunting today. Was to get that game. Okay. So before we went there, so let's rewind a little bit. We went to CEX. Oh, I'll do my online orders as well, okay? I've wanted this movie for the longest of times. I bought it through CEX. It's King of the Kickboxers. Has anyone seen it? I'm not sure how old it is, but there's an interesting... This is linked to Street Fighter 2. This is linked to Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Can anyone spot it? This guy here, he was the inspiration for DJ. Shout out DJ. Yeah, so the makers of Street Fighter 2 saw this movie and they were so impressed with this guy's skills and the way he looks. There isn't a better picture on there, but yeah, that's where the inspiration for DJ came from. And I watched this back in the day. It was on... Do you remember the trailers when you rent a movie on VHS back in the day? You rent a movie. That's not too loud in the background, is it? One sec. I watched this back in the day. It was on... Nah, that's alright. It's just loud for me. I can hear it. I'm hoping that's not louder than the way I'm talking. Yes, I watched it. I found out about it, rather, by watching the trailers. And... yeah, I remember it being typical 80s, early 90s, cheesy. Guy gets his ass kicked at the beginning, like a Rocky movie. He gets his ass kicked at the beginning, does all the training, big training montage, the 80s, 90s music kick in. I love all that shit, okay? And then he gets his revenge at the end. So I'm looking forward to watching that. That only arrived on Thursday. The other movie, right? I've had a bit of a hard time getting hold of this. I like it. I'll stand by it. You can laugh at me. It's a Disney movie. Is the live action Milan. This cost me £1.90 something through Amazon. Brand spanking new. Okay. But I actually ended up, they sent me two. Quite a long story. I won't go into too much. But I ordered, I thought for £2, free postage because I'm a Prime customer. I ordered it and it said, I checked on the status of the delivery and it says handed to the resident. I was like, oh, you liar. You haven't handed it to me at all. So I went on Amazon to try and get a refund. There wasn't an option. Like it says, why are you doing a refund? I tried to say because the delivery guy's a thieving F. But, or C. But it didn't give me the option. It just said, we'll give you a refund anyway. I was like, all right, okay. So I ordered another one. And then that came the next day. So no drama. But then they sent me another one as well. So I had two come through at the same time. So I don't know what the hell is going on. So I give one to my imaginary friend Chris. I like it, I do. It's not going to change your life. It's not the next Godzilla or Star Wars, you know, or Akira. But it's a good... I enjoyed it from what I can remember of it anyway. Okay, so they're the two online orders. Let's get in. I got one big hitter game I've had my eye on for a long time. Okay, I'll do that the end of my CEX, okay, because I nearly missed out on this game as well. Okay, so I got Master System, Nintendo Wii, I got Xbox 360. Oh, one sec. It's okay, boy. Come up by me then. Come up by me. Can you see this dog? Scared he is, look. Say hello. Hello. It's okay, I'll look after you. Sorry, guys. Well, I've got time for Rossi on my channel, haven't we? I don't like the storm either, boy. I'll protect you. Ooh, don't like that. Can you hear that? Can you hear it? Anyone's watching. I don't know how good this microphone is at picking up. I didn't go for the storm version of the microphone. But, yeah, it's not nice. It was pissing down earlier on as well. Oh, don't go into there now. Out to there. Come over here, please. No, over here. There we go. There we go. Yes, we got one DVD, Blu-ray collection, 3 PlayStation 2 games, 2 Xbox 360 games, 1 Nintendo Wii game, 1 Sega Master System game. What do I say? It's always a good day when you get a Sega Master System game. And 1 Nintendo DS game. And the DS game was by far the most expensive game of the day. But you'll see why in a sec. Okay? So, the movie, I've been waiting to get this on Blu-ray, okay? Freddy versus Jason. If you see how expensive that is on Blu-ray. you're looking close to £20. On eBay, it's going, some people are asking for over £30 for it, okay? And I was thinking, just buy it on DVD, because it's getting really hard to find. And the funny thing is, this cost me £4. Rossi, no. Come out here. You're getting tangled up in the cables. Come out here. No, Rossi. Oh, go under then. Go under then. Don't get... Go on. Under. So go under the desk. Do you feel safer under there, do you? Oh, now it's to come out. I knew you do that. Out then. Sorry. Dog dad. It's not his fault. Right, you stay there. I'll protect you from here, look. Everything's going to be okay. What was I saying? Yeah, Freddy versus Jason. Ideally, I would have had it in Blu-ray. But I don't think it's that kind of movie. It won't matter too much. I think I used to have it on DVD. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. So it's 2-disc version. Only paid £4 for it. But this particular CX, the discs are in the case. I've seen it before where, do you know the cheap, like 50p Blu-rays or pound Blu-rays? A lot of them, because they've got so many, they've got their own section, they've all got the discs inside. But it's the first time I noticed anything over the £2 mark has the discs already in there, you know. But it's got an absolute ton. So disc one's obviously got the movie. I think the director's commentary, which I will be watching. But there's a load of extras on disc 2. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting stuck into that, okay? Yes, that was £4. I know people like to know the prices. I'll try and do my best to remember. There's a lot of accountants out there, isn't there? Keeping an eye on my finances. This cost me £3.50 to all the accountants. X-Men Quadrilogy. So it's the Blu-ray version. So it's got X-Men, X-Men 2. They're the two best X-Men movies, aren't they, in my opinion? And I suppose the Deadpool, they're up there as well. I don't think they're mainline X-Men. X-Men The Last Stand and X-Men Origins Wolverine. So kind of in the mood to watch the first two of them. I really do enjoy them. Yeah, I don't know if there's much extras on there. For £3.50 though, for 4 movies. Yeah, you can't go wrong, can you? Game I used to see everywhere. Surprised I didn't have it in the collection. When I realised I didn't have it in the collection, I struggled to find it. It's not a particularly expensive game. This cost me, for my accountants, this was, £4 sterling, okay? Run Like Hell, or RLH. Looks a good laugh, actually. Looks a bit freaky. Typical PS2, PS2 classic game kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but yeah, it is CIB Bam Baby. £4. Why, you can't go wrong. Oh, the next two is I was watching friend of the channel, Retro Red Steve. Shout out Retro Red Steve, fellow Welsh YouTuber. He was doing a PlayStation 1 collection, and there was 2 games he had in his collection. I forgot. My brain they didn't exist. They were erased from existence. Okay, and they were the Tonka driving games, racing games. So I thought, as soon as I see them, I'm going to get them in my collection. But I saw them on the PlayStation 2. So Tonka Race Driver 2 and Tonka Race Driver. I think they're both complete in box as well. Yeah, so happy effing days. And have you seen the graphics on them? They look amazing. This is PlayStation 2, boys and girls. I'm very impressed. If they do look that good. But yeah, I think they're. It looks like late Xbox 360, because they had some good looking driving games, didn't they? Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting into these. Made by Codemasters. This one, Tonka 2, reviewed really well. 9 out of 10 PlayStation World. 10 out of 10 Fast Car. There was one, and it was reviewed by FHM. Reviewing games. Remember FHM? See if I can find it now. Oh yeah, this game. This is the next then. Alone in the Dark. Another game I just didn't have in the collection. I think we paid £2 for this. Again, CEX. So Maxim. That was a magazine. Lads Mag, wasn't it, back in the day? FHM. 4 out of 5. And funny enough, when we went into Retro Stash, they had like the collector's edition. nice presented box. I think the coolest thing was the actual box, not what was in it. It was like I think soundtrack, maybe an art book, the typical stuff. But it had like a figurine of this guy, and it didn't look very good. But it's quite cheap, you know. But I've never played it, never ever played it. Looks pretty good. I do remember seeing it everywhere in the old magazines back in the day. So yeah, looking forward to getting stuck into that. And the Xbox 360 is having quite a bit of love at the moment. Really am enjoying it. Metro 2033. Another game I'm surprised. This is the only game that didn't have the Manuel inside, okay? Surprised I didn't have this in the collection. It was... I played it back in the day, but it was... you cannot save it, or it's got an autosave. And I think I'd been playing for a couple of hours, just relying on the autosave. And I got really far, and if I remember, I was fighting like this... like these massive dragon things. And I had to run around the corner, and I was like looking for cover, and I could see a health kit right in front of me. It auto-saved, and I died. And then when I reloaded, I died. It was like I tried about 20, 30 times. There was nothing I could do. I tried running backwards, I tried jumping, I tried everything. So I could never face going back to it. So that was back, gosh, when I was living in Bridgend. So I was well over 10 years, when this game was current, you know. So... I think I'm ready to try to get over fight those demons, you know. Okay. A game I'm trying to get into, okay. Smash Brothers Brawl for the Nintendo Wii. Yes, I own a Nintendo Wii. It's still in the box down there. I've got some half-decent games for it now. But this does support the GameCube controller, so... I think the only games I'm going to get for this console is the games I absolutely hate. The sensor, all that crap. I can't stand it. And in my opinion, a console lives or dies by its controller. Okay, like the PS5's got one of the best controllers. Okay, I'm on my second one already due to the drifting issue I had. But yeah, I've always wanted to get into these games, okay? I tried, last one I tried to get into was on the 3DS, and I could not play it. I couldn't play it. But Chris was, he's a bit of a dab hand at these, and he was explaining to me what you're supposed to do. It's not like a traditional fighting game, because I grew up with traditional fighting games. This is its own unique thing, and maybe it's something I'll get into. Because I like the fact that you can play as Ryu, you can play as Chun-Li. Terry Bogard is in the latest ones, you know, so I got a feeling I'm missing out. So for my accountant, this was £10, and it is CIB Bambaby, minty like your mum. Okay, Sega Master System time. I don't think I've ever played it, but everyone's heard of this. Marble Madness. Unfortunately, it is not CIB Bambaby, but it has got the navy blue label on it. So it's a Virgin, published by Virgin. The case is a little bit on the faded side. This was on the inside window, but I bet you at some point this would have been on the outside window of ACX somewhere, and it's got a little bit of sun damage. But it only cost me £5, so I'm rescuing it from any more damage, you know. But it says on the back, there's a sticker on the back there that says part of pack only, not to be returned separately. So that's an old, it's actually underneath the plastic on the paper. So I won't be trying to get that off. I like stuff like that, stickers from back in the day, you know. Oh, as well, while I got the receipt here, I did trade some games in as well, okay, today. So I was quite surprised how much I got for one of them. So I traded in for the PS4, Wipeout Amiga Collection. They give me £5 for that. I think I paid £6 or maybe £8 for it. Only a couple of months ago. I've had my money's worth. If I ever get the urge to play it again, I can buy it again. It's not a very pricey game. I traded in Super Mario Brothers, the movie, the new animated movie. I paid £6.99 for that in HMV. And CX gave me £5 store credit, so there's £10 I've had there with Wipeout and Super Mario. and King Kong on the Xbox 360, Peter Jackson's King Kong, they give me £10. That sells for £15 now. I know a lot of people say how good it is. It's a great game, etc., etc. Maybe it was back in the day, but when I tried to play it about 2 years ago, I really couldn't get on with it. I remember it was very low on the ammo, and it was more survival shooter. I think I had like a spear, and I wasn't feeling it at all. I mean, there's a good game in there somewhere. Visually, it was okay, but I've heard, it's one of the best looking games on the Xbox 360. I didn't think so, okay. But it was sitting on the shelf. I wasn't in a hurry to get rid of it, but while I was looking, last night at what they had in stock, I saw that they were selling for £10. I thought, for store credit, thought, that's why it's gone, okay. Now, what happened, right, the guy working there, so this is my big game, the most expensive game, I spend a lot on this. Someone had gone into this CX within the week and traded a load of Castlevania games, they're quite collectible, aren't they? And the guy, I went in for this game, and it's funny, Chris came over, I couldn't see it, and Chris came over and said, I got bad news. I said, what? Because that guy's just bought all the Castlevania games. I said, oh, for fuck's sake, are you kidding me? If it wasn't meant to be, so I thought, it's not the end of the world. And when we were standing behind him, he spent over £200 in there. And he must be a proper collector, because he stood there, didn't even leave the shop, was checking all the games, and they put the wrong game in one of his cases. So I thought, never mind. But then when I went and did my second lap, the Castlevania game that I wanted, they had 2 games for the Nintendo DS, Castlevania games. This is the one I wanted. Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. The other one I really like the look of. Sorry, I can't remember what it's called. But I remember what put me off it was when you beat the final boss, you got to use your stylus to do like a crypt thing or something. Like a sign thing, I'm not sure what it's called. And it's so gimmicky, and it's only used for that. So I don't want to play a game, like, oh shit, get the stylus out, and you got to be really quick with it. Put the stylus back, I can't be bothered with that, okay? So, this is the game that came out after it, and they dropped all that stuff. So, it's in really good condition as well, guys, okay? But these games aren't cheap, and they're on the rise, let me tell thee. This, for the accountants, this was £50, okay? On eBay, good luck getting that complete in box for £50, okay? So, the seller must have been looking after his games, you know. There's quite a lot of people out today, actually. There was a guy selling laptops, both stores. There's quite a few people offloading a load of their stuff, you know. But yeah, I haven't played it yet, but this is the summer I get back into my handheld, so yeah, I'm really glad to have that. And my favourite Castlevania game of all time is, what's the one that came out on the 3DS? Mirror of Fate, is it? That game is fantastic. So when people do top 10 Castlevanias, this finishes higher than that. So if it's even better than that, I'm off to a winner there, okay? So that's everything I bought in CEX, okay? So, again, I told you about the story. I didn't get Mortal Kombat 4. One day it will be mine. Oh, yes. One day it will be mine. But I did get... I got 2 movies, another DS game, and a PS2 game, okay? Oh, this isn't a movie. This is a series I grew up with. It's complete season 1 of Thundercats. This thing weighs a ton. I'll show you why in a sec, okay? So you think it's 2 DVDs, don't you? Okay, I don't know how many episodes there were. But runtime, oh my gosh, look, check this out. 1,439 minutes. How long is that in hours? I don't know. Anyone got a calculator handy? But the first thing I think of, right, just looking at that, is this had the best music of any cartoon or Saturday morning cartoons. It was so good, like a guitar riff and everything, like a guitar solo thing when it was coming on. It's really get you pumped up on your Saturday morning. I remember Mum Ra. I had is it the Thunder Tank? I really was into this. I can barely remember the names though. It's Leonor. Again, I will be watching this, so I'll become an expert on it. But it hasn't got the guy. Oh yeah, that guy. The orange guy, can you see him there? That guy there, and that guy there. Again, I can't remember the names. Sorry, guys. There's a better picture. That guy there, and that guy there. When I was asked to be I couldn't say no, I was too young. I was a page boy at my auntie and uncle's wedding. And if we were good, they were going to buy us something. So obviously they bought it and gave it to us in the wedding because we were good. And I asked for a figure of him, and my brother asked for a figure of him. Okay. But the reason it's so heavy, look at all the discs. There's a lot of discage involved, you know what I mean? It's not the Lord of the Rings had a lot of discage. Check out the discage in this. Yes, I'm really happy to have. I saw that. Where's my accountants? That was £8. Again, I don't know how much this compares to with CX, eBay. I thought for £8, I didn't even know it was 1,439 minutes worth. I will be setting a stopwatch while I start watching, do you know what I mean? To make sure I'm getting my money's worth. Yeah, I thought, for a trip down memory lane, that's a nice looked after looking collection, you know. Oh no, this is a blast from the past. Only bought it for my accountants. This was £2 sterling. It's Critters. Who remembers Critters? Not a huge fan of Critters, but I bought the first time we ever went to Comic Con. I saw that. It's like on really thick quality cards. I saw that and I thought I don't see stuff like that every day. So I bought that. And when I saw it for £2, I was like, yeah, God, I haven't seen that for Donkey Kong years. Oh, I just had a comment. Angry Moose. What's happening, Angry Moose? Hello there. Hello there. Cool pickups. Thundercats rocked. Yes. Panthro and Tigra. Is that their names, is it? Gosh, I never would have guessed that. They did amazing theme tunes back in the day. Yes. Was it 80s or it was early 90s? So I got a feeling it was late 80s. What does it say on there? Oh my God, the world's smallest writing. Well, it says 2011. I'm pretty confident it was a bit older than 2011. No, it hasn't got the how old it originally was. But yeah, it might even just dip into the 80s, I think. Yeah, probably was the 80s. Late 80s I'm going with. Okay. Yes, I got Critters for £2. This is kind of when I was in the queuing up in Retro Stash. Again, it's got the manual and disc, both doing well. Yeah, so I'll enjoy a lot. I got a lovely backlog. It's quite a nice feeling, actually. Lovely backlog of movies I want to watch. I plan to watch next on my list is Ghost in the Shell 2. That's over there. Put it somewhere special so I don't forget, and I keep forgetting about it. But yeah, that's on the list. I bought for the DS. DS is having quite a bit of love, isn't it? Namco Museum DS. So you've got Pac-Man, Galaga, Pac-Man Versus. Basically, a stack of games is on there. CIB, Bam Baby. For my accountants, that was £2 sterling. Okay. Now, I was watching, whose was it? I think it was Retro Edge UK. He wasn't Namco. I can't remember. But he had one of these compilation things. I thought that's a really good idea for these little games you pick up and play. They're ideal if you're on a train, shorter train journey or something like that. They'll be ideal. What I'm planning to do for this summer, though, is I don't know whether I'll make a video out of it for the lols. But, like, I wasn't very well yesterday. We went for a walk yesterday after work. And it was absolutely boiling. And I never normally sit down. But I had to sit down on this big rock, okay, in the middle of nowhere with my dog, Rossi. And it was really nice. Because I wasn't well. I was short of breath and stuff. I was sitting there. Rossi was a bit confused at first. Then I said, no, you go play, and he played around and stuff. I thought, you know what? How nice it'll be for him and me. I'm going to take my 3DS, my PSP or my Vita, whatever handle I choose, sit under a tree out of the sun, because I don't like the sun. Rossi can have a bit of a play, and I'm just going to play some games, you know, while I'm out and about. I think that'll be really nice, and it just extends time. We normally go for an hour and a half. He'll have an extra half hour playing round, and do you know what I mean? That's the plan anyway. In my head, it sounds like a nice time. Another, not blind, but again, we were in the queue, and I just saw the side of it, Defender. It was £2 for my accountants, and it's in really good condition. This store has some really good condition stuff. I don't know if it's how good it is, how classic it is. I think it actually does come with, I think it's got the retro. I think I read on it. It includes, they're making a Defender, historical, like documentaries and stuff, and it might contain the original Defender game. I'm sure I read it on there somewhere. You know, it's got. Maybe I'm making it up. Who knows? Yes, I got that as well. And I think, boys and girls, grannies and aunts, that is everything I got today. What did I put back? Oh, I couldn't find the movie Basketball Diaries. Do you remember that film? Leonardo DiCaprio. Before he hit big time with Titanic. That's a really good movie. Couldn't find it in there. That was CEX. Ratchet and Clank, whatever the one is, on the PlayStation 5. Put that back because when I was looking at that, because I was £50 and Ratchet and Clank was £15, so I was putting in 1 or 2 bits back. What else? I can't remember. But I was that close, guys, to getting Mortal Kombat 4 in my collection. But Chris had a good point on the way home. He said, be honest, would you play it now? And the answer is no. My N64, I can't find the back of it. It's here somewhere, okay? But I'm slowly getting the itch. The Xbox 360 is my retro console of choice at the moment. I'm starting to get that itch for the N64. But the problem the N64's got, okay, similar to like the Mega Drive. Whenever I'm in the mood to play those consoles, there's better ways or easier ways to play those games. So staying with the N64, because you've got the rare replay. I love Perfect Dark. I love Killer Instinct. They're probably my 2 favourite games on that console. So it's easier to play them on modern systems, if that makes any sense. But that's my number one holy grail I haven't already got in my collection, okay? Because I'm quite fortunate. I do seem to find these games quite soon, you know. But it's the closest I've ever come to having, and it looked brand new, okay. But what the guy had done was he'd flat packed all his boxes, so you had to take out the inserts, and they've stayed flat packed in a box or something for all these years. So when he's put them back out, he's just popped them back open, put the instructions and the game in there, and he took them to CX. The guy in the shop was telling us. And they'd only give him the trade-in price for a loose cart, because it didn't have that bit of cardboard in there. Do you know what I mean? The cardboard, like it's over there, like the holder for where the cartridge goes, like the cheapest possible part of it. They wouldn't trade. They'd say, "Oh no, the whole box." They're going to disregard the whole box because it didn't have the inserts. It's gone silly now. Do you know what I mean? But I was nearly there, guys. I was nearly there. Okay, I think that was everything I had to show you guys. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of my pickups? I think the star of the show, it could possibly be that if I get into it. I'm really on the fence of that game, okay? Or I'm really excited to get into that. I've heard most of the reviews are really, really good on it, and you don't see that in. Funnily enough, you don't see that in the wild very often. They had that in Retro Stash as well, but I couldn't see how much. He had it in the cabinet, so I couldn't see how much he was asking for it. But I'd already committed to it, and it was complete in box anyway, and I traded stuff in for it. So I had £20 trade in. The way I look at it, I paid 30 for that. That's the way I look at it anyway. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you're new around here, if you stumbled on this video by mistake, please consider smashing or hadouking that subscribe button. Sorry, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Love you. Bye.